Visual artist Alan Pacino Wallace is a well-known face in the art world, and while many may know him for his salt art creations, he recently returned to his first love of ink. Jimmy Swain tells us more.
The National Art Gallery of the Bahamas recently opened its medium exhibition that's currently ongoing. It also allowed visitors a sneak peek of its amphitheater. One of the featured artists is, of course, Alan Wallace.
They'll see some unique pieces from my imagination. The other pieces in the show are very strong and powerful. A lot of top Bahamian artists are in it, so it's a part of the National Art Gallery collection. So they'll be really moved by some of the pieces in there. Most of the pieces in there. They commissioned me to do 12 ink pieces, that I really enjoyed doing. They were all original pieces, from my imagination.
N.A.G.B director Amanda Colson says the opening was a celebration of many things for the gallery, that there were about 500 people, but the exhibition is significant, especially at this time of year.
It was the opening of this show we have around us entitled Medium, Roots and Practices of Spirituality and Mysticism. And it's a show with 33 artists. That number is interesting because, as we know, Jesus Christ was 33 when he died on the cross. And the show is about the different forms of spirituality that we have in Bahamian culture, Christianity being one of them, but also looking at other practices that may have roots coming from Africa. And there's a lot of outsider artists that are unknown to the community, artists that have visions from God, that speak to God directly. It's a really beautiful show.
There are works on display from a number of artists, including Voodoo Christ Crucifixion by Eric Jean Louis, Awakening Spirit by LaVar Monroe, and other striking pieces. Alan says he drew on his faith for his inspiration.
The pieces, like I said, are all freestyle in my imagination. And so I drew off inspiration from God himself. A lot of the pieces are kind of otherworldly, so you have to see them to understand.
The gathering allowed patrons to be seated in the amphitheater under construction, and gallery officials also unveiled a new gate designed by Bahamian artist Tyrone Ferguson.
And they are just beautiful, and I think it's really the sort of crown of the institution in a way. We used to have these very imposing gates that sent a message of, stay out, and we want our campus to say, come in. And the gates are full of Bahamian flora and fauna and reflect the bush medicines and things that grow in the sculpture garden next door. So we're really celebrating the campus, we're celebrating the history. The park next door to the National Art Gallery was the site of the first African hospital. So we're speaking to ideas of healing, of community, of art and culture as something healing.
Now the Medium exhibition is open to the public until March 4th, 2018. So it's not too late for you to get a sneak peek of all that the Medium exhibition has to offer. Jimmy Swain, ZNS Network News.